Welcome to day 2 of our wonderful Facebook challenge, Free from Fatigue. Today we are focusing on flow with fear. And we love this. We love this message because we are all kind of swimming right now in a little bit of a fear environment, right? We're all like moving through an environment after the whole year of the pandemic. Plus, who knows what's going forward. There's a lot of uncertainty right now. There's a lot of fear about freedom of movement and freedom of choice, and so much going on in the world. There's so many emotions that we're all under the spell of and moving with. Today, what we're really going to try to do is understand how we can begin to look at our emotions, especially fear, with a different viewpoint so that we can make them an easier, friendly group of emotions to live with, make them calmer, understand how to be able to live with our emotions in a way that makes us feel peaceful and happy. That's the whole point, because stressful emotions are fatiguing and add to the fatigue that we have. And emotions that are out of balance can also lead us into other kinds of conditions with fatigue. We start to see digestive issues, aches and pains, restless sleep, and all, allergies, food sensitivities, all kinds of things pop up when our emotions get out of balance. High blood pressure is another thing. Like, imagine, right? Rising emotions, frantic emotions. And next thing you know, you feel that blood pressure, you feel that headache coming in. You know that it's a result of your stress, and you know that it's a result of an emotion that might be out of whack. So this is a few days where we're looking at the concept of fatigue. We're not looking at, it's not the fatigue that you feel after climbing a mountain, laying down and taking a nap and feeling better, but it's kind of that state of constant weariness. It's like that collapse at the end of the day, and it's happening more frequently. Sometimes it can lead us into short-term memory loss. Certainly our productivity gets impacted, digestive issues, as we said, sleep, and of course, relationships are impacted too. If we're fatigued and exhausted, we can't really be in good, strong, positive relationships with people at work, with the people at home, with the people that we love in our community. And with this also becomes this sensitivity that feels very heightened. You feel that sense of like feeling raw. It can also just feel dull, like you're under a big, heavy blanket. Those are all kind of the qualities of fatigue. And today we're going to be especially focusing on these two bolded points here, this sense of emotions overpowering me. Why am I still feeling frustrated? Why am I still feeling a sense of upset, of overthinking, of over worrying? And why do I feel so raw as I'm moving through the day? Like, here's a picture of a beautiful field of daisies, right? So we can all look at these flowers and think like, wow, this is life growing. This is beautiful. Look at, they're all like reaching and stretching, and we know they're pointing to the sun, right? We know they're growing and they're full of life. But then there also that feeling like, oh my gosh, my allergies are going to kick in. If I walk through those daisies, I'm going to start to sneeze. That field of flowers is probably full of bees. I'm going to walk in there, they're high there. Maybe there's some dog poop down there. I'm going to step on that. What if I walk into poison ivy while I'm walking through that field of flowers? So you can be in an event and have the ability to see it with lots of different viewpoints, right? And we want to be able to say, the event is the event. The daisies are the daisies. The sunshine shining on the daisies is the sunshine. How we come into that, what we bring to that view, is coming from inside, and our own approach and where we decide to cast our eye. So that's kind of one of the things that I want you to start thinking about today. But this is not meant to be a psychological exploration of emotions. One view, the view that most of us are raised to understand, and thoughtful women like you who have been to so many programs, who are working with your therapists, your energy guides, your spiritual guides, your doctors. You are working to get a handle on your emotions, and that the ones of your emotions that feel out of whack. There's so many pieces of the puzzle. There's so many ways to come at this. And this is certainly one view. I deserve to feel what I have. I have reasons to feel why I feel the way I do, or I'm living in this fear environment, or I believe that I've always been a fearful person. And so I just am wired to be more fearful. There's some of us who believe that, you know, organically, I am a depressive person, or I am, you know, it's my mom. I've inherited from, you know, my mom was depressed, my dad was depressed, everyone in my family swimming in the river of anxiety and overthinking, and I'm just like they are. You know, so there's lots of ways to come at it. In this universe, we get to step into a whole new view and really look at emotions like this. We get to understand that we are not here in this energy universe to fix our emotions with the psychological view or the medical view or the organic view. And that is not to say that those are not all valuable and important lenses, but there is another framing, and it is the framing of energy. And this is just like the picture of the field of daisies. So that when we are in an overwhelming grief, an overwhelming anger, or some other fear that is holding us frozen in place, that's limiting our ability to move, it's a picture of energy that's gotten stuck. But we know that because everything in this universe here is a whole, that everything is meant, it is here because it also exists with its opposite and opposing force, swirling together, coming together. It's not that the frustration, the anxiety, the depression, the despair, these feel bad when we're stuck in them, but they themselves are not inherently bad. They are here because they are an energetic expression of something moving inside of us. And this beautiful way to reframe your emotions allows you to step back, to gain a little bit of freedom, and to say, oh, I can flow with my fear in a different way. I don't have to knock my fear out, because as a good client said to me the other day, I hear everything you're saying. I understand that my fear is coming from the environment or from this or from that. And I understand that it's a part of a big picture. And I even understand that my fear is based on past events that are not in this present moment and may likely not be in the future moment. But my fear is still with me, and it's big. And understanding all of that is not helping me to make it smaller. So what are you going to do? That's a good question. In our universe, energy wants to move. Okay, so we've talked about energy is an energetic expression. It's a frequency, just like a color is a frequency. It's not good or bad inherently. We attach the good or bad to it. Look at this picture of this mama tiger, this mama lion. She's so beautiful, and she is definitely expressing something big, right? She is, you wouldn't look at that and say, oh, she's so loud. I wish she would just tone it down a little bit. Like, what's wrong with her? You know, I wish she would just cool it. You know, we would look at her and say, what a gorgeous force of nature she is. What a beautiful, expressive being that is. She's probably, and she's warning, maybe warning somebody off of her babies. She's taking care of what she's created in the world. She's a beautiful force. So the good or bad that we attach, say, to our own anger, you know, how many of us here, well, your anger isn't pretty, it's not ladylike, it's not, it's too big, it's annoying me. It's, you know, get yourself under control. Anger, emotions, fear. These are the things that are moving, that are changing, and that are actually providing a bridge of the invisible to the visible. Now, women, We all get the invisible to visible life, right? We get that because, as we were talking about yesterday, we have the ability, we have the innate ability in our bodies to create life. Create life. That's incredible. And if we haven't birthed children ourselves, we are still creating. We are naturally wanting to create, to make new, and we do it from invisible to visible. We start with nothing and we end up with something. Women are wired for this, and women, because we are wired for this, we're also 100 times more sensitive than our cohorts, the men in our lives. Have you ever heard people talking about a dog, for example? You know how dogs are like a 200 times more sensitive to smell. They can smell things from so far away. They can take those smells and then hold those smell molecules in their sensitive snouts. I was thinking like women are like the dogs of the emotional world. We are highly sensitive. We take in a lot of stuff that we're not even aware of. We're taking it in, we are observing it, we're cataloging it, and we are carrying that in our sensitive emotional sniffers. And at the same time, we're often hearing, don't take it personally, don't be so sensitive, don't be so sensitive. This is how we are wired. So the trick for us is to learn the techniques that we can practice to live with our innate sensitivity and to flow with our innate sensitivity, to bring it up and to not shy away from it, and to allow it and to not be overwhelmed by it. So yesterday we learned a couple of energy techniques that were good for our belly. And today, because I've been talking for a bit, I want to make sure that we have a chance to experience what happens when we move our energy. We move that stuck feeling of energy. So this is actually going to require you to stand up and to move with me for a couple of minutes. And I want you to do it. And if you want to go off camera, that's fine. You don't have to have a beautiful view. You only have to be able to see me and to begin to learn this simple technique. And this technique is designed to help a couple of things happen in your life. All right. This technique is designed, I can stand in front of that glare. Let me just adjust my window a little bit here. This technique is designed to help you begin to drop the emotions that are making you feel overwhelmed and out of whack. And here's how we do this. The first thing we do is when we stand up and we begin an energy practice, we recognize that we are energy beings, and that just like we have a nervous system, a skeletal system, a muscular system, we are also energetic beings that have an energy system that flows through us, that brings energy or chi, life force energy into our body. You see this at work every day. You see it when you heal from a cut, you heal from a flu. You know that there's a healing power inside of you. An energy practice like Qigong and like the practice we're about to learn allows you to open the places in your energy system where you might have a traffic jam. The biggest cause of those traffic jams are our emotions. So we've got to say to our emotions, I recognize that you too are an energy expression, and I am going to help you move along. And the way that I'm going to do this is first I'm going to stand and I'm going to feel a sense of my feet rooted firmly in the earth. Okay. Holding you up are your beautiful feet. Your feet are the foundation of your balance in the world and of your ability to stand tall and to hold your balance no matter what's going on in your life. You want to really connect to that feeling of just standing and connecting and allowing. Maybe I feel like I need to move my arms a little bit, loosen my shoulders, let my shoulders drop so I can really stand right on the center of my feet and feel that sense of holding me up. Thank you, feet. You've been carrying me and all my heavy backpacks and everything around for a lot of years. And now I'm going to bring my hands together at chest level, palm to palm, with my fingers straight. My palms are not pressed firmly together. There's a little bit of space there, but my fingers are straight. And my hands are going to be a few inches away from my chest. Okay? So your shoulders are relaxed and your hands are a few inches away from your chest. And of course, this is a thousands-year-old expression, a gesture of prayer. It's a gesture of, I'm here, I'm standing here, I recognize that I'm alive and I'm breathing and there's energy flowing through me. And in this moment, if you're inclined, you can also offer up a little intention or call it a prayer or a wish. My wish is that in this session, we're going to walk away with a few concrete tools that are going to help everybody flow with fear. And now we're going to start this magical chi marching step. And to do that, you're just going to raise and lower your feet from here. Okay? You're going to do this in a way slowly that is loose through here and dropping your foot flat on the ground. So your hands are in front of your chest. Your feet are dropping on the floor flat, one step after the other. And I'm going to count left and right, left, right, left, right, left, and right. Keep going. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. With each step, you're sinking your feet, you're sinking your roots into the ground. Again, 1, 2, let those roots sink deep. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 1, 2, 3. Now I want you to feel 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, now I want you to feel your head reaching up and touching the sky. 5, 6, 7, 8. So now you're stretched between heaven and earth, or the sky and earth, if that's easier for you. 7, 8. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Last time. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold it here. Now let your arms come down slowly to your sides. So the basic pieces of this chi marching practice are you're beginning in that strong position. Your hands are a few inches from your chest in a prayer position here. Your step comes from your middle. Rather than Goodness gracious, what a day. Now I'm in the total dark. My goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Rather than your knee lifting up here, that is not the way we are doing this. What is very different about this movement is that the step comes from here. Now we start very slowly, but here's where you may be by the end of the week. You may have moved so much that you are ready to really feel that connection with each step at a faster pace. Let's come back to our seats for a minute. And this is such an adventure today. Oh, look, I look so different now. Oh, how do you guys feel? Thank you, Rebecca. How do you guys feel? I'd love to have you come on and tell me what that experience was like for you. Relaxing. Corey, did your mind, what happened what happened? So relaxing. What else? Did you feel, are you able to observe anything else in your body that's going on right now?
Not really. Sorry, I'm new to this.
That's okay. That's great. That's a lot.
Just more intentful, purposeful movement, I guess.
Yeah. Exactly.
Focusing on your movement.
Right. Exactly. When we're in this chi marching activity, what's happening is we're literally taking everything that's up here and we're beginning energetically to cause it to fall right to the ground. And the earth can take it all for us. It's very hard to do that movement and continue to worry. It's possible. I've done it. But even when you're done and you sit down, suddenly you're like, oh, the worry might still be there. The fear might still be there, but it's not as big. So it's a way of remembering that yin yang circle and remembering like, oh, the goal isn't necessarily to get rid of all of my fear. The goal is to have a practice that allows me to coexist with my fear until it moves on naturally, like a season passing, like the clouds passing in the sky. Sometimes that happens quickly and sometimes that takes a while. But we know that things move in cycles. When we think about this picture, here it is. When we think about this picture, we see that everything is moving in a cycle, right? We're about to move into the fall season. We know that fall is followed by winter and winter is followed by spring, and then it'll be summer again before we know it. And we'll keep repeating and repeating these cycles. We don't say like, oh, it's been a really super intense summer in some places of the country, but no one says, oh, I hope I never have to be in summer again. We're just going to go winter, spring, and fall. That's it. I mean, we don't expect things to disappear. We learn to coexist, we evolve, and we adapt, and we appreciate, and we change the way we view things. That's the goal of the marching that we've just done. Are there any questions or thoughts? Madeline, Meryl, anybody else who's with us on Facebook? Throw something into your Facebook chat if you have a question about what you're seeing or experiencing.
I would say it's similar in a way to, something that I've known, which is that if I can just remove myself sometimes and go for a walk, it's kind of like that. That you can't really, you might start out thinking about the thing that's on your mind, but after a while it just dissipates, just isn't there, but this is an interesting thing that you can do right where you are. You don't have to leave the environment at all.
Right.
And it's a little bit more, maybe a little more focused.
Mhm. I will also add, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much for sharing that, Madeline. We have this energy system running through our bodies. So you have 6 main meridians in the bottom half of your body and 6 in the top. Yesterday, we worked on the meridians that were in the top half of our body. Those connect to lung and heart and everything that's moving up here. Pericardium, lung, lots of great stuff here. Belly, tummy, all of that. Below us, we have our kidney, we have our spleen, liver, large intestine, colon, everything that's happening down there. All the meridians of our body are ending down there. So when we're marching and we're letting our foot drop flat to the floor so that it sounds like a book is hitting the floor, we're actually shaking up all the meridians in the lower half of our body. When we shake up those meridians, we literally start to move the traffic. So if you think of your meridians like an energy highway, and you've got like a traffic jam, we've all sat in traffic jams, right? Because that's when I start to feel frustrated again. So we're sitting in that traffic jam and I can't get to where I need to go. And I start to feel that mounting emotion and I'm stuck. How can I get the traffic flowing? I got to get my energy moving. And when it comes to emotions, there's this helps literally move your energy. Walking does too. This is a practice that's designed to really have a specific energetic consequence as well. And you can, once you get the habit of doing this, you can also do this when you're walking. And it looks kind of funny and maybe even feels a little awkward. The other thing you can do as you get better and better at this movement is you can do it forwards and backwards. And that allows you to kind of increase the energy lines that you're making and drawing in from the earth, from wherever you are. If you can do it outside in nature, great. But I've done it in a rent-a-car facility in the bathroom because I was waiting online for 2 hours and feeling like I might bite somebody's head off. And that was like, oh, okay, I can go back out there and face that again. Not only because I'm feeling calmer, but because I'm actually addressing the emotion at the root source, which is energetic, because emotions are invisible, right? Emotions move from invisible to visible. So emotions have an energetic source. That's why we say they're the bridge from the invisible to visible. You start to feel an emotion before you start to express it, right? And if you feel the emotion and you don't express it, that's where that emotion, because it's energy, because it's moving, it's going to convert to something else. And that can be a condition, that can be a tumor, that can be a muscle ache. It can also be tears, but then you've moved it out. So I just want to give a nod to tears, because tears are the most healing thing you can do for yourself, because you may cry when you're frustrated or angry or nervous or happy. It's such a beautiful expression. And it'll carry all of that energy out and have some great healing impact. So the other thing you can do besides the marching, if you're in your car in a place where people won't look at you, or you're just by yourself, by some miracle in your house by yourself, is screaming, is yelling, is getting your voice up and out of your body in a big, loud way. I won't give a demonstration of that here on Zoom, but screaming, crying, laughing, those are all really great. And Rebecca, you were just talking about that in your challenge. Go put, great tip from Rebecca. Go watch a movie that makes you bawl your eyes out or makes you laugh, whatever reason, whatever you like to watch. Get those tears moving, get the happiness and the laughter moving. These are all energy expressions that'll help clear some of those other traffic jams out of your body. So that's great. And I wanted to share the story today of one of my students and very good friends, Roberta, who is going to come on and tell you that she began these energy practices not knowing at all what to expect and not even really knowing why she was starting, except maybe she had heard me talking about it for so long. If she finally was like, maybe now's the time for me to start. And as it turned out, she later also shared that she's got some super intense situations going on at home. And because she's not here, I'm not going to share all of them, but just suffice it to say, She does a lot of caretaking in her family. She has 2 elderly dads. She has other family members who really need a lot of help and support. And she is the recently retired woman who gets to therefore do all of that stuff. Everyone's turning her and be like, oh, you're not doing anything. Can you do this? Can you do that? Can you run over here? Can you go take dad to the doctor? Can you help move father-in-law over to that new facility? And this is really, this has really become the focus of her life. And there are certainly stresses involved because she's had hospitalizations and other kinds of things of family members that she's helping people along. And I know we all have similar stories or similar, stresses in our lives, but how do you get up knowing that your day is going to be spent, in my case, I can say, with an individual who's highly ill and is highly needy, or how am I going to get into that? How am I going to be able to walk into that and walk out of that without feeling like I've been decimated emotionally and energy wise? And what I think Roberta was so surprised by, what she always says is, I can't believe that something so simple has such an amazing result. And she has experienced this for herself in a way that has allowed her to find a place of calm, but more than that, has also surprisingly, because she's in great shape, she works out and she bikes and she's always on her pedal board all summer, and in the winter she's cross country skiing whenever she can, and she's doing all this great stuff. And she also shared with me recently that she's had a great uptick in her stamina. So the idea of when we stop using so much energy to process emotions, right? We have to digest our emotions. We have to process our emotions. We have to use so much time and energy to do that. And when we can stop that habit, we actually increase, and through these energy movements, we're also increasing the foundation of our energy. So 1, we're feeling calmer, but 2, we're actually building energy. We're actually allowing our system to take in more energy, allowing our body system to take in the energy that it needs for deeper healing and better functioning at the root. So it's her experience was very deep, and I think surprising. And that's absolutely speaks to my experience too, because like when I started this practice of chi marching, I had no idea that I would actually be able to change my sleep. So in the middle of the night, one of our favorite times for overthinking and over worrying and waking up and feeling like out of sorts and like we're never going to get back to sleep, that's one of the best times that you can stand up and do a little bit of chi marching in your room right next to your bed. And you may find that 10 minutes goes by or 20 minutes goes by, and suddenly you're ready for sleep. And when you return to bed, you're actually hitting the pillow with in a very different place than you were, because you've dropped all of that stuff and you've actually shifted your energy on an invisible level. So I really want to just, oh good, I want to keep an eye on time. So I want to actually get up, guys, and I want to do this one more time together. And as we do this, I am going to see if I can share some music. So I'm going to ask everybody to stand up again. I know you're like, why do I have to do this? I thought I was going to be able to just sit today. But we are going to, today, it really is important to understand that energy wants to move, that energy will change. And these movements allow us to be in charge of how that energy is moving and changing, instead of stuck in a place where we feel like we can't get out and we're making ourselves more and more fatigued by regurgitating, by revisiting those emotions over and over. So now I'm going to try a little bit of drumming music. And I'd like to know from Meryl, can you just give me a thumbs up if you can hear the music? Thank you very much, my dear. All right. Let's try this again. And this time we'll have our music on. And I'd like you to start by getting your feet under you again and feeling that sense of connectedness from the bottoms of your feet. I've got my pants hiked up here a little bit so you can see my legs better. And I want you to connect. It looks like I'm connecting to the sun. So really feel that connection at your feet, rooting down to the earth, and your head, right bumping up on the sky. And make sure that you feel that sense of being centered over your feet. And now bringing your hand to prayer position. And we're going to go slowly today again, left and right and left and right, left, right, left, right, left, right, remember, you're lifting, feeling your leg lift through your waist. Left, right, 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 left, left, right. Now do this with yourself. Feel the drum. Feel the drummer. You can close your eyes. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed, your neck, and everything at the top of your head. And listen for that thud, your whole foot going to the ground. You can feel that. You don't have to bend your knees very much, and you don't have to lift your foot high at all. Get that good thud on the earth. Left, right, left, right, left, and right. I'm just going to shift my camera so that I can stand out of the glare and you can see my feet. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Left, right, left, and good. See if you can feel the vibration moving up your leg. Left and right, left, right, left, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And hold where you are. That was about 5 minutes. Wonderful. So now tell me if you'd like to come back to sitting down again, and you're welcome to come off mute if you would like. If your experience of this round of marching was different than the last round, or where you are now.
Yeah, mine was, but I think a lot of it was from the sound in the background because I really respond to sound. And so whatever thoughts maybe are running through my head, doing that with the feet makes my focus start coming to a rhythm. Like my mind's thinking about rhythm and my body's feeling rhythm. And so I could see how that could be something. I would probably have to practice it more without sound. But I love the sound. My
I
body
love that
responds to
observation. That's a fantastic observation. Thank you, Rebecca. Yes, absolutely. Because why? Your emotions, your emotions respond to sound. So the great thing to do would be to find a song you love that's 5 minutes or however many minutes and march to the song and feel those emotions. Maybe it's a song from your childhood or a song from today that you've just discovered that speaks to you. Absolutely. Give yourself permission to flow with fear, flow with your emotions, flow with all of it. And that's I'm so glad you said that. Thank you. Anybody else?
The first time that I did it, I was feeling very anxious and not really enjoying it. But I did the second time with the music again. I felt much better, not completely without anxiety, but a little calmer at the end of that one. The first one I did it, but I was just very anxious. But
Yeah.
that's what I've been dealing with lately. So
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Thank you for passing that on. I think also the first time we're learning something new, so that kind of comes into it too. But I love the idea that the music is transforming for you guys. And I hope you'll take that with you for sure. And to also see that's how energy shifts. That's what it means. We start in one place and then only 20 minutes later, we're in another place, and we can look back and say, wow, I am powerful. I really was able to make that shift. Or my body and me working together, we're going to be able to make these shifts. And when you change your energy, the changes are at the root level. They're at the invisible level. They're at the place where everything starts. Remember, that's where our conversation started today. Things move from invisible to visible. I have an idea. I'm going to make it happen. I have an egg. I'm going to grow a baby, whatever it is. So we're moving from invisible to visible. When we make the changes that you just described, Meryl, you're moving something energetic at an invisible level because you haven't done it with your mind. You've done it without your mind. And that's how you know it's true. So, gosh, this has been such a wonderful day. And I want to close, and I want to tell you a little bit about one other opportunity. Goodbye, Mama Lion. We shall see you soon. Surprise, I'm starting an energy healing program in September. I've got a lot of people signing up now. I'm opening up 10 spots only for the September program. It's a 6-month program, and all of these things are a part of it. And I just wanted to share this out. If you're interested, great. If you're not, come back tomorrow and get another tip. Get some more tips, because I want you to take these things into your life and use them. They are yours because it's energy, and energy is all around us, and it's free, and everybody should take it. But if you are interested in going deeper and you want to make a commitment to really feeling the way your energy can be rebuilt, recharged, renewed, get the foundation, consider this 6-month program. You'll get a lot more of what we're doing. We'll be doing, I've got a special assessment that helps us understand the origins and lifestyle of your energy, you know, the origins of your energy and how your lifestyle is impacting it, more movements, your personal plan, 2 group and 2 individual sessions monthly, and a workbook and energy recipes. So it's great. Rebecca, I don't know if you've got that link that we sent yesterday. I'm scheduling some calls, you know, between now and even over the weekend. If you schedule a call by Sunday, I will be knocking down the deposit fee to about $97. So that's a big savings if you came in after the weekend and wanted to register. But more than that, schedule a call so we can talk about what's going on here. This program might not be of interest to you. That's fine. We'll talk about what might be of interest to you. And we'll just explore where you might go from here if this is something that might work for you. And if not, then you're still going to get a lot of goodies here at this webinar today, and also at the Real Women, Real Healing Facebook group. And also, I don't know, look, I'm just trying to get this stuff out into as many people's hands as I can, and especially women, because, you know, we've got to carry a lot, and we are uniquely wired to respond to these energy practices. So tonight, if you can, march again, do a little bit of time. Oh, we didn't do reverse breathing today. We will do reverse breathing tomorrow for sure, along with another practice for our heart and for love that is going to help us get better sleep, deeper sleep. But even with the marching, which we discovered today, it had some great benefit. Observe what happens, jot it down, make it real. See if you can really say, like, hey, is this just because I had that ice cream cone that I really wanted and I'm finally giving it to myself, or is it because I did that chi marching today, or maybe because it's both? And if you have a question, please go ahead and give me a call, send me an email to either one of these email addresses, because I'm also having some issues at my Turning Point Chi email inbox. So you all have my other inbox, I hope. If not, you can just use jennymerdinger@gmail.com and I'll get your message. And Rebecca, were you able to pop that link up in the chat? If not, no worries.
It's copying funny. I got it in the Facebook, but it's copying funny for some reason into Zoom this morning.
All right, so no
Copying this.
worries.
It might still be the right link. It's just copying a big, long thing.
Anybody who has a question, just send me an email, or I know that Corey and Madeline and Meryl, you all know how to reach me if you feel like it. And anybody who's watching now, you've got some email addresses where you can reach me directly. So I promised a secret for everybody today. And the secret is how to manufacture time in your life. And it was actually, thank you, Corey, I see that. Thank you so much. It was actually something that came out of my conversation with Roberta as we were talking about preparing for today. And, you know, the idea of I'm in my life has schedules, my life has needs. How am I going to make time for a new practice, something new we're all trying to do? We want something new that's going to help our energy, but then we start to feel overwhelmed at the thought of doing something new every day. And I want to encourage you to think about how much time you spend with your emotions. How much time do you spend in an emotional state? How much time do you spend worrying? How much time between 1 and 4:30 in the morning do you spend spinning out thoughts, worrying, anxiety, being frustrated with being worried and anxiety, all of that kind of, machinating during the day, perseverating, not being able to focus on the things that are in front of you because you're still in that emotional soup. These practices begin to help you, not just calm, but shift your energy so that you can coexist with your emotions, help them come and go through your lives without judgment, change your view, and actually manufacture the time that you would have spent in the soup for something else. It's real. That's how it works. You suddenly have a couple of hours that you didn't have before because you're not just in that swampy emotional state, and you're not being just going on that fear loop or that frustration loop or whatever it might be. So it's a beautiful opportunity. It's an actual real thing that happens, manifesting time when we flow with our fear and we flow with our emotions. We create opportunities for other things to come in and other things that we love to do, and we can return to some of that. So I will leave you with that thought. I hope you all will come back tomorrow. If you can't come back, look for the link. You'll be able to watch it on our YouTube channel at turningpointchi.com. These videos will be posted. So we will see you tomorrow or see you in the energy field. Please take care of yourselves. Believe
Thank you.
that you have the power to do this, to flow with everything in your life, and
Thanks,
practice.
Jenny.
Thanks. Thank you, Meryl. Thank you, Rebecca, wonderful wing woman of the world. Corey, thank you, Madeline. Thank you, Jenny Tess Merdinger, that's been connecting to audio for an hour. And
Thank you.
I will see you all soon. Be
Bye.
well.
Bye-bye.